Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I'm happy to be here again with everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'm going to sing a couple of songs to prepare our environment. And we have a special guest tonight a good old man. Crystal eyes, color of the sky. Great she be, Santa's look alike. Shine on your brothers, suffering in joy or in pain. Crystal eyes, color of the sky. Rainbow she be, Santa's look alike. Shine on your brothers, suffering, living joy, or in pain. Blessed are them in this age, also of the good. Receive our prayers, and also our hearts. Blessed are them in this age, apostle of the light. Place our pain at the feet of Jesus Christ. A song to Mother Zephyrina. Source of love that source of love that radiates warm in our cold night, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades from the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul has is born because your eyes teaches me the solution lies in our the solution lies in our my mother's Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful bless. Make your small son like creation. Make your small son and finally, vibrate. When life lends a hand, it's time to open up your heart. It is time to love one another. It's time to take part vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. When we leave our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into stars. Our dreams become reality. And we join Jesus for eternity. Vibrate always, loving us. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into song. Our dreams become reality. And we join Jesus for eternity.
To the world, good vibes, laughter and shout outs, show it to the world, always follow the footsteps of our Lord, all roads that I shall walk on, sowing seeds of peace, this light that keep us shining, will be bright and brighter. Oh,
Sing this song along with me. Just open up your hearts. Feel harmony and peace inside yourself. Life is a great school, teaching always to do good. Learning that in order to be happy, we need to help. Learning to accept that everyone deserves respect. Uniting all their hearts with a gesture of affection. Finding our happiness will be spreading joy. There is no other way. Charity is the solution. Only one love, only one ideal. So in love and peace in the world. Conquer us. Feel the life within ourselves, and love will certainly appear. And the world will be in peace. Sing this song along with me. Just open up your hearts. Feel harmony and peace inside yourself. Life is a great school, teaching always to do good. Learning that in order to be happy, we need to help. Learning to accept that everyone deserves respect. Uniting all their hearts with a gesture of affection. Finding our happiness will be spreading joy. There is no other way. Charity is the solution. Only one love, only one ideal. So in love and peace in the world. Conquer us. Feel the life within ourselves, and love will certainly appear. And the world will be in peace. Only one love, only love ideal. So in love and peace in the world. Conquer us. Feel the life within ourselves, and love will certainly appear. And the world will be in
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our public meeting. We thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Before we start, we would like to share a couple of announcements. We ask you to turn off your phone notifications and find a quiet place to stay during this time if possible. Our meeting will have a 30 minutes presentation followed by Q&A. Then, after the presentation, we will have a spiritual treatment with passes and magnetized water. So we invite you to set aside a container with water to be magnetized. We would like to announce that our talk is being retransmitted today by Continental Conference Americas through their Facebook, and will also be retransmitted every Wednesday at 8 p.m. East by Kardec Radio through their Facebook and YouTube. We have a special invitation for who wants to learn more about Spiritism. Every Saturday at 5:15 p.m. East, we have an online and free class on our course, Get to Know to Spiritism. The next class will be on November 25th, and the theme of this meeting will be obsession. What an amazing topic, right? So if you are interested, join us. The registration link will be posted in the chat. We offer virtual live gospel at home. Did you know that? So the gospel at home is an effective support for you and your family's spiritual harmony. We will motivate and guide you in establishing and maintaining the gospel at home study meetings. By posting in the chat, you can request it. Please let us know. You are welcome to include your or someone else's name on the list of positive vibration for incarnate to discarnate. The person you indicate will be assisted by the good spirits to provide healing energy and strength goodwill. Please find the link in our chat. We would like to announce that our tonight's speaker, Dr. Sergio, is not able to attend our public meeting due to health reasons. For this reason, the topic of today's meeting will be For Many Are Called, but Few Are Chosen, which will be facilitated by our brother Rodrigo from Winnipeg. Everyone is welcome to write comments and questions in the chat, and we will address the questions at the end of the talk. And now, we would like to invite our tonight's speaker, who will also do our opening prayer. Welcome, Rodrigo. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming, Rodrigo.
No problem. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's an honor to have you here, and we are excited to listen from you. Okay, I'll see you later.
I'll see you. Thank you for the introduction. Good evening, everyone. So, I would like to invite all of us to do our opening prayer. And I ask you if you want and feel comfortable to close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and out, absorbing the good energy, and elevate our thoughts to our Creator, to God, to our Master Jesus, to the spiritual friends that'll be with us tonight, is speaking to all of us about the moral teachings of Jesus, supporting us to give an interpretation of the Master's teachings. We are very grateful and thankful for the opportunity to share this reflection tonight, to open our mind and our hearts to the divine, open our souls to receive the remedy to our souls and the consolation for our suffering pain. Oh, Master, help us to take the best of the lessons tonight, blessing us with these teachings, showing us the way to live in this planet that is so challenged nowadays. Give us the console, give us the direction, and support us. Help us to continue to have faith and hope and work hard to improve ourselves to experience a better planet. Master Jesus, help us to be with you today. now, and always. Because we know there's a great brother of our humanity. You never abandoned us. So be it. Hello, everyone. I'm just gonna share my slides here. Just give me 1 second, and then we're gonna start the talk. So I just need to. Can you see my slides? All right. So then let's get started. So tonight is a very interesting reflection that I would like to share with you. And the topic that I want to talk today is for many are called, but few are chosen. And I think this topic is very valuable to us because we are living in a very difficult scenario nowadays. We're just living in a pandemic era, and then we have a lot of conflicts happening around the world, wars, killing, and then let's reflect. What's the invitation tonight would be? What Jesus has to teach us when he mentioned that. And tonight, I would like to start our reflection by analyzing two passages from the Bible, is the Gospel, one from Matthew and one from Luke. So this is in the Gospel according to Spiritism, and also you can find in Matthew 7, 13, 14. And it says the following: enter through the narrow door, for door to perdition is wide, and the path leading to it is broad, and there are many who enter through it. How small is the door to life? How narrow is the path that leads to it? And how few there are who find it. So this interesting analysis here, if you look at the background of the picture, there are two roads there. There's a choice that we have to make in our lives. One path is big, is broader, it is easy to go. The other one is wild, it's more complicated. So when we look that sentence, in that passage, it seems like Jesus is giving an idea. If we're just stick with the words without understanding the context, will only a few people be saved. That's really what the message is all about. If we think about 8 billions of people only in our planet, we are just a few of us will be saved. And someone asked Jesus, and then you can find this in Luke 13, 23 and 3rd, and also in the Gospel according to Spiritism in the chapter 18, item 4. Strive to enter through the narrow door, for I assure you that many will try to enter through it, but you'll not be able to. And once the father of the family has entered and shut the door, and you being outside start knocking by saying, Lord, open to us, he will answer, I do not know where you have come from. Then you say, we ate and drank with you, and you taught us in our public squares. And he will respond, I do not know where you have come from. Away from me, all you have practiced iniquity. So if you look at this passage from the gospel, and you look only the words without understanding the meaning, it seems like Jesus is being very tough. here, and saying like only some of you gonna have opportunity if through this narrow door. But what really is the meaning of these messages? Because you have to try to understand what Jesus is trying to teach morally that is related to the concept the wide and the narrow doors. So if you analyze and try to translate to our lives, we can think about this road that you see here as a wide road, very easy to go, as you see here on your left side. And then you have a very narrow road here where is not as paved as this one, is very rough to go through. What really Jesus is trying to tell us? Remember Jesus mentioned that prediction, destructions. What that really represents is values that are away from moral. So if you think about this easy, wide, open road or path, is the moral vices. And the moral vices comes from the temptations of the world. And we are surrounded by them. For example, materialism, if you're in North America, is very heavy. So people focus a lot in the material life. And not only here, around the globe as well, don't get me wrong. But here in North America, we have a strong tendency of materialism. The narrow path is the other way, is related to the moral virtues. And that's why Jesus are telling them in that passage, we ate and drank with you, but I say, I don't know where you're coming from. So what Jesus are telling it, that if we just live our lives with the moral vices and goes to the temptations of the world, we are not going to be able to share with Jesus and the high spirits the same place, because you are not in the same vibration, not in the same frequency. So we cannot be in the same environment. On the other hand, if you work, if you do your duties, if you're a good person, then you develop your moral virtues. So then you give this step towards sharing this space with the higher spirits. When you think of moral virtues, think about moral victories that we have. Sometimes, for example, you have small victories that we should celebrate that start developing our virtues. If someone is driving, they cut in front of you, and instead of swear a lot of bad words, you just let them go and bless them. Say, well, go in peace. So that start to have a difference, and we can start small and grow as we move and improve. So let's take a closer look to the wide door or path. So remember that previous slide I told you that's related to the vices. If we think about the vices, the temptations that we have in the world, we can name many of them. So like remember that we have the 7 sins that we come from the Bible. So then we have many of those. There's not only 7, but I'm gonna name here for you to understand. Ego is a big one, and pride is another big one. That follows by vanity. So ego and pride are the worst ones that we can have, because if you have these two very, very strong, it's gonna lead to other vices. Then vanity comes, and then anger comes because you are too egomaniac and you are too proud. So then you feel anger when people not do what you want. So then you have envy, and you have gluttony, then you have arrogance, greed, lust, sloth. If you think about all these vices are related to the lack of balance in our life. And they are driven by the first two, the ego and the pride. Well, I give you what's the wide door looks like in terms of devices that leads us to the wide open door that we can take advantage of all the temptations of the world, and you can have all the material possessions that we can. Then you can drink a lot, eat a lot, do whatever we do a lot. So then you have the other way. So what is in another behind the another door, or what's in that narrow path? So I'm gonna tell you, and that's not new to any of us, but it's really hard because we need to take the responsibility and the driver's seat of the car of our lives. So this is effort, work, discipline, patience, inner reform, which means self-enlightenment, self-knowledge, self-control, renunciation, resilience, humility, perseverance. If you look this narrow door and the moral virtues related to that overcomes the vices. Imagine then if you can work towards these points on these virtues of this light, how earth would be. And that's why we always, as a spiritist, talking about this transitional time. Because currently, our planet is a planet classified as a planet of tests and expiations. And evil is still predominant here on our planet. And this explains why we still have so many barbarities, pain, and suffering. The ego pride is still strong, and we have difficulty moving away from them. Many times we get stuck, and our thoughts, sentiments, and attitudes, they're impregnated by these vices. However, if we decide to change ourselves, if we start to move towards the moral progress as working on those virtues that I showed you before, that you're going to promote this regeneration of the planet. So the regeneration would happen, we are liking or not. The question becomes if you want to be part of it or not. Because the law of progress is a law of the universe, is God's law, and that's nothing we can do to stop. And remember, the time for God is totally different than our time. So that being said, what's happened on Earth in this planet of proof and tests and expiations is a constant battle, is a constant clash between good and evil. In our lives, for example, we see many times good examples, gesture of love, compassion, kindness, And this gives us a hope to believe in humankind. On other times, especially nowadays, we see wars, conflicts, social struggles, poverty, misery, pain, and suffering. And this sometimes affects the way that we understand the reality. And we start to lose faith and hope to the future of the planet. But remember, this planet has a captain, and this captain that we call Jesus, that we classify him as the governor of the planet. He knows what he's doing, and also God knows what God's doing. And it's interesting that in the Spirit book, there is a question that Kardec asks to the Spirit and say, how can you recognize the true Spiritists? And the answer is quite fascinating, because the answer is the true spirits are recognized by their moral transformation and the efforts they make to overcome their evil inclinations. Everyone in this planet Earth has good and evil tendencies, and we're gonna really, really fight against that. So here, the information, the teaching of the spirits is showing us that depends on us, that we need to control our tendencies. If we learn how to control our evil tendencies, we have a more ability to do and to make good choices towards good. That being said, the question that comes next is quite important. We know that we have to improve, and we know that we are far from being good and perfect as our Father God. So the question is now, is one existence enough then? Can we overcome everything that we present so far? Well, in the one life, think about everything that present to you at the moment, all devices that we deal with, that we have inside us, in more or less degree. Is one life enough? Is one existence enough for us to change towards the highest manifestation of love? And a good example, as the spirits said when Kardec asked, who is the best model that we had on earth? And the answer of the spirits is simple: look at Jesus. So if we have that idea, and how much is frustrating and challenging if you believe that's just one life, you have one chance. Is everything or nothing? You go to heaven or you go to hell. And then this may cause us to become more anxious, nervous, and depressed. May cause us to lose hope and faith because it's impossible. And the question has an answer that called reincarnation. Let's use logic. If we believe that God is love, justice, and goodness, we will have another chances. How many chances are we going to have? As many chances necessary for us to reach the highest spiritual elevation according to God's plan. God didn't create us to fail. They create us to succeed. If you are failing, it's because you are choosing to fail. That's why we need to work on our improvement. Because as more improved, less likely we are to be tempted by the narrow door and the narrow path. Then we start to realize that the moral virtues are the way to live. When we think about reincarnation, that's part of the life. When we see that way, we start to have a different perspective. And on what is this doctrine of reincarnation based? Interesting. The spirits, Kardec is a really wise person that asks very interesting questions to the spirits. And you can find this in the Spirits book in the question 171. So, on what is the doctrine of reincarnation based? And the spirits answer on the justice of God and revelation. Will repeat this to you over and over. Look at here the spirit saying. So we're going to repeat this over and over and over and over. How many times necessary? And look at the sentence they're going to repeat over and over and over again. A good father always leaves the door of repentance open to his children. Is that difficult to understand? Is that difficult to understand why we as spiritists think a reincarnation makes all the sense? Just by looking this answer from the spirits. If God is everything that we say God it is, has all these attributes, how can God condemn us for eternity? We know we're not going to have a second chance, or a third chance, or a fourth chance. How many chances do we give to our loved ones? I can speak by myself. I will give them as many chances as they need. And I'm only a mortal with almost no qualities at all. And I have already this thought. Can you imagine God? And the spirits continue. Doesn't reason tell you that it would be unjust to keep eternal bliss for those who have not enjoyed the opportunities needed to improve themselves? Aren't all people God's children? Why are we gonna have or eternal bliss or eternal condemnation? Why we need to be that extreme? We have to use our reason in thinking, because if we do that, it make a little bit more sense if we start from the principle that God has all these attributes, and we are all sons and daughters of God. We are all children of God. Why He will abandon some of us? And remember that Jesus told in that context that no one of those trusted to me by my Father will be lost. What's the basic translation? No one is left behind. Some people are going to finish first their progress, but some people later, but all of us will have chances after chances. And those that love the ones that we have, they're not going to left us behind because they will not live in peace, knowing that we are not there yet. And they will do whatever it takes to help us to get there. And that's only that is enough to give us hope, console, and faith that life goes on. So they then finalize saying it's only among selfish human beings that we find iniquity, insatiable hatred, and unforgiving punishment. How beautiful is that? No matter what we did, no matter what our past, if we decide to change, we're going to have another chance. And doesn't matter how big you think your problem is, you have a second chance, a third chance, until you learn and become a better human being. That's so beautiful because there's no such a thing as saying, yeah, it's too late for me. I make many, many bad choices now. I'm condemned. No, you're not. God is with you. Jesus is with you. Trust me, you are not alone. And all your loved ones and the Creator and our Master, you'll be with you. And remember the celebration when that happened. It's the same as when the son comes back and daughter comes back to home. When everyone rejoices in the celebration, just celebrate life and love. And to finalize, in life, we have the wide and the narrow path, as you can see here. And my question to all of us today is, what would we choose? Because the choice is ours. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rodrigo, for your presentation and reflection on this last lesson. Was really great, especially for who wasn't expecting to be here tonight. So it was really, really good. And we do have a couple of questions here for you.
Today wasn't me talking, Marcel, was the spirits talking.
We are all always being helped in from them, right?
Yeah, today they speak through me.
Yeah, they did a good job, and also you. So Larissa is asking, the path through the narrow door can be very overwhelming. Lots of work to do on ourselves. So how can we start? What do
Oh,
you think?
Clarissa,
It's
you made the $1 million question. So the Nobel Prize winner question here. So it's correct. It's especially this life that we're living where the world is so fast, is so demanding to us. Everything becomes really overwhelming.
Mhm.
So lots of work to do on ourselves. That's correct. Because you see the list of vices that we have, and we have all of them.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. And one leads to another, that leads to another and cascade. How can we start? So first lesson, and now is the most important one, know yourself.
Yes.
I cannot speak more about this answer, but know yourself. Why? Because I cannot start for you. I can start for me. I know how I work,
Mhm.
my weaknesses, what my evil tendencies are. So know yourself. If you know yourself, you're gonna figure out what you have to do.
Thank you so much. We have one more question. Publio is asking, when we decide to go to the narrow door, who will be the most beneficiary person? Me or the people around me? And he asks you to explain that.
So you be you first, but everyone around you as well. Because when you become a better people, so when you become a better version of yourself, your surround notice and you change the environment. So this, like as the evil is spread, good also spreads. So
Mm-hmm.
if you always, up upfront person, if you're easygoing, if you're always happy, you show examples of kindness, compassion, you're gonna attract this to you. That's
Yeah.
law of attraction, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and that's beautiful. But guess what? When you have that energy surrounded you, you attract people around and they look at you as an example. And then you change them as well. So but the most beneficiary is, of course, us. But the surround also benefits a lot.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, it's because like I think love is contagious, right?
Exactly. Smiling is contagion. Love is contagious. Compassion is contagious.
Yeah.
Everything that's good is contagious. Because remember, the light attract light
Mm-hmm.
and illuminate the shadow.
Yeah, it's true. And yeah, the benefit is for everyone, right? When we become a better person, when we go to the narrow door, that's not easy at all
No.
because of the vices you just brought to us, right? We
And
have
the
to.
life that is offered to us nowadays, right?
Mm-hmm.
This because we are beings of ego and pride. And this blind us to understand the bigger picture of life because we're so focused on ourselves and everything's about me. So when you operate in that level, it's hard for you to understand beyond yourself.
Yeah.
And the other vices just grow because that ego and pride are the seeds of the other
Mm-hmm.
vices,
It's
if I
true.
can use your analogy. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same as love is the seed of all the moral virtues you
The
can
good
have.
things, right? Yeah, it's true. And about yeah, speaking about live and word that you just said, there is a third question related to this. We know that the narrow door is the right one, right? But what can we do when the wide door is more seductive and easier to access? So, what does Spiritism suggest us to do? You said already some things, right?
Yeah.
But
Marcel won the other Nobel Prize question. So, what the Spiritism suggests us, I will tell you what Jesus suggests us watch and pray.
yes, always right.
So, what that really means when you, because the temptations will knock on our doors.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember a sentence that Jesus said to Peter Peter, humans are not mean, they are just weak.
Yeah.
We are weak. So those temptations, seductions, our evil tendencies, they kind of connect. When you, if you know yourself and you perceive, then pray. So and watch yourself. over and over again and
They,
pray.
yeah, they say that the flesh is weak, right?
Yes, it
So
is.
yeah, pray is the best choice always.
And that's why you are here. We're a
Mm-hmm.
planet of tests and expiations. We came here to learn the mistakes of the past or the present that we can overcome our evil tendencies. Because if the planet is going to regenerate and then the good predominates over evil, so we have to prepare ourselves for that
Yeah.
if you wanted to be here. Otherwise, you're going to be in the same place where the evil predominates,
Mm-hmm.
right? So then
Yes.
the generation is going to happen. So the good will predominate in the future. How I'd say, really, when? I have no idea. If I have the answer, I
Mhm.
win the Nobel Prize.
The lottery. Yeah, and like I just came out the thing that I was gonna say something, but I just forgot. But yeah, it's true. And no matter what, it's always remember now. It's always good to get a chance to enjoy the chance that we have in this life to do right the best we can, because we don't know. Like they say that the line for reincarnation is so long. So maybe we can like if we die today and maybe we don't have another chance anytime soon, right? So we gotta
Yeah,
wait a lot to come back and to do right. So if we have the chance now to do right, we better do right.
yeah. Well, remember the parable of the talents? That one received 10, another received 5, another received 1.
Mm-hmm.
The 10 multiply by double. So the second multiply by double. And the one just put under because he was afraid. He didn't do anything. So, and then the teaching is the same, right? So we receive that opportunity. If
Spirit.
we use that well, guess what? We have more chances because we are doing the work that need to be done.
Yeah.
And that's why people sometimes say, yeah, but you spiritist because you believe in reincarnation can live like life because you're gonna have another chance, another chance. Yeah, but the problem is when this chance is gonna come again, and what
Mhm.
I have to do if I didn't take the chance.
Yeah,
So what's my next reincarnation would be,
it's true.
right? So that's why we have prepare ourselves as better as we can because that's a gift that we receive. We have to be grateful and work in our the best of our abilities to improve.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because then we receive other chances because we are reliable, we are trustful. So
Mm-hmm.
then that's what the consequences of living in the narrow door is hard, but the benefits in the long run, you pay the dividends.
Okay. Thank you so much. It was wonderful having you here tonight. You brought such enlightenment teachings from Jesus, and thank you so much. Thank you. I cannot thank you enough.
Thank, you don't need to thank me, you have to thank the spirits, and thank you very much for having me here. I appreciate it. Have a nice night.
Okay. You too. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay, so now we will move to the preparation for our tonight's spiritual treatment. Pass is the oh, sorry, and I thank you everyone for the participation in the chat. Pass is the transfusion of spiritual energy with the goal of assisting with our physical, emotional, and mental balance. Passes help us to restore a state of harmony and peace by replacing negative energy with health, positive energy. In order to receive the best benefits from passes, please follow the audio instruction or remain in prayer. You may close your eyes to help with mentalization. During the pass, the water you set aside will also absorb the spiritual energy that your family and you can benefit from. We will now make a prayer in preparation for the pass, which will be our closing prayer as well. So now I invite everyone to close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Elevate our thoughts to our Heavenly Father. Thank you, Lord, for the opportunity to be here one more Tuesday in order to learn more about your gospel and your teachings. Please help us to always choose the narrow door, no matter what. We know that it's hard for us, but we trust in you that our weakness is going to be overcome with your love. May all of us practice charity, love, know ourselves, become a better person wherever we are, and be an example of your love for our neighbors. We ask the good spirits for protection and healing for us, our family, friends, and for all the people who have their names in our vibration list. May the God's peace and love involve our lives, helping us at all time. We also pray for peace in the world, especially for the countries that are in war now. May your love reach them. Please bless our week, our plans, and everything we need to do. May we never forget, Master Jesus, that you are our guiding model. Thank you so much for everything you have done for us, and we ask you to be with us today and always. So be it.
Let us now prepare ourselves for the moment of the passes and the magnetization of water. Let's now calm our hearts, breathing in and out. Pay attention to your body. Focus on your breath and let yourself be carried by this energy. Let your thoughts pass by without judging them. Let them flow. Allow this light to be the beacon that guides you, and allow these words to penetrate your energy. Make each word an anchor of gratitude, faith, and trust. With the purpose of healing, which takes away my faith, healing every feeling of separation, of pain, let it all dissolve in this moment, leaving only love, gratitude, and trust. We ask God for the presence of our guardian angel and the friendly spirits who welcome us into this enlightened environment of our Spiritist Center. We open our plexus of love and forgiveness by mentalizing a light surrounding our hearts. Find a quiet and comfortable place to begin the mentalization process. Remove all worries from your thoughts. We ask that during the pass you breathe slowly and deeply. Let your body relax and surrender yourself to a deep meditation. Calmly imagine divine energies in soft and colorful light surrounding you in an environment of peace and spiritual warmth. Entrusting God with your most intimate desires, raise your thoughts to Jesus and the emissaries of the spiritual environment. The path begins with the cleansing of your soul. Imagine a waterfall of crystal clear water pouring over us, removing all the feelings that keep you away from faith and trust. Feel the energy of this water bathing you and deeply breathe in, feeling peace and harmony. Allow this water to wash away all the impurities and spiritual larvae, washing away all the sorrows and resentments, any feelings of hatred and revenge that hold us back and cause us harm, not only from this life, but past ones as well. Now visualize spiritual doctors around you, applying magnetic cleansing passes, sanitizing your spiritual body of all sadness and negative energy. Mentalize these negative thoughts and feelings being washed away, evaporating from your soul, like water evaporating into thin air, and being carried far away from your mind. Surround yourself with the faith that bathes your being, bringing clarity and lucidity, rebalancing every cell in your body. May the water envelop all pain and bring the clarity of opportunity that chooses peace. The answer arises in our hearts, freeing us from all evil and freeing all whom we have caused evil into and who have caused us evil, washing away all the connections that bind us. Even though we may not understand, we are freeing ourselves from all that causes us harm. Feel this cleansing penetrate your soul and release. Now that we are spiritually cleansed, imagine yourself surrounded by the light of love from the hands of Jesus. At this moment, sing words of faith and gratitude, being faithful to the light that exists in me, planted by the zealous Father. Imagine the sunlight that surrounds and enraptures, freeing us from the chains of everything that holds us down, strengthening your faith. Allow yourself to trust in this light, surrender to it, involved in pleasant feelings and feeling relieved to receive the strengthening lights. Mentalize your spiritual mentors now applying divine light for the strengthening of your mind and your emotions, leaving you feeling emotionally revitalized. Let us now mentalize the magnetization of this water. May we mentalize all the friendly spirits, magnetizing this water and filling it with everything that our bodies, minds, and soul need, so that it may be of help to us when we drink it after the Pass. Thank you, God.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We will be back next Tuesday here on Spiritism Canada and Continental Conference Americas at 8:30 p.m. East, and next Wednesday on Kardec Radio at 8 p.m. East. And please don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube from the Spiritism Canada and the Spiritist Group Path of the Light. Have a good night and see you next week.
Someone told me long ago that life is just a long road. Sorry made, but life to me is way much more. No matter what it seems to be, it's always time to make a change. Sometimes all we need is only one more chance. So try, build that bridge over troubled waters, fly. that's all that you have left to do, I want more. I want more happy sunny days. I want more happy smiles on your face. Love sparkling the eyes. Tears no more. No more sorrows. No more bad days. No more cries. No more dark cold place. No more fear. No more fight. Someone told me long ago that life is just a long road. Sorry, babe, but life to me is way much more. No matter what it seems to be, it's always time to make a change. Sometimes all we need is only one more chance. So try, build a bridge over troubled water, try. If that's all that